Hey y'all, what's up? Today we're playing Hooked on You. It's a Dead by Daylight dating sim. I will preface this by saying I don't know anything about this game beyond the fact that if you got it, you would get a free skin in Dead by Daylight itself. Beyond that, I really don't know a damn thing. Um, Depending on like how it looks in a little bit, like after I start the game, if I need to adjust my where my VTuber is, I'll do that. Um, but yeah, I fully assume that this is going to be cringe as hell, and I hope y'all are ready. Oh, welcome to your dream vacation. Before we start, what shall we call you? Um, I I I guess we're just gonna go with Gage. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. What's it gonna do? I'm afraid. Oh, cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. That that sounds concerning. What the fuck? What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. More coughing. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Fucking narrator talking at me. What the fuck? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time, endless time, really. Who the fuck is the narrator? The ocean. Oh, an eternity, if you catch my drift. Concern? Am I fucking dead? Did I not actually wake up? Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Gage. May I continue? What the fuck? Please, go on. Okay, then, as I was. Cough, cough. As I was saying. You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh, oh, 0 out of 10. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who's behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Um, shit, chat. I didn't know there were gonna be choices here. What's up, Sprite? We're just getting started. Um, what will I do? I'm gonna dig it up because that sounds like a good idea. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh, that's... There is no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. Era takes charge type. What does that mean? What do you mean? You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? What? That, why would I spend it right now? No thanks. No thanks. Look, I'm gonna love with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth. Could you just give it back? No, fuck you. I found it. It's mine. Psh, be that way then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Concern. Oh, it's a ball. Hello? When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. A little help, please? Oh, God. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. Give me a second. I need a second. Fucking can't. Hello? That's really loud in my ears. Settings. Turn this shit back up. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, go away now. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. I can't. Oh, dude, I would love some M&Ms. What kind? Like, just, like, regular-ass M&Ms? Or, like, fucking... fancy flavored ones, you know, like peanut butter, crispy, peanut. This is a lot. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. I can't. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you're completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. No. What do you do? Toss it back, kick it back, say no thanks, say nothing, do nothing. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna kick it back. You swing your foot and awkwardly strike the volleyball, sending it bouncing across the sand towards Huntress. It doesn't make it all the way. Everyone stares at you, silently observing your unsportsmanlike shame. Oh, well, apparently I fucking suck. They must be wondering, have you ever even seen a volleyball before? That's surely what I'm wondering right now. It's not a soccer ball. Oh. What a dork. You feel so awkward that you can barely see straight, but through the haze of your embarrassment, you catch Wraith looking at you from the corner of your eye. Oh god. Oh, did I get points with him because I kicked it? I don't know how this works. I'm so confused. Huntress jogs the rest of the way to grab the volleyball, and they all turn and head back to the court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Gage. You were made for this. What do you mean? Why is the ocean talking to me? I'm so concerned right now. I'm so fucking concerned right now. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Deep sigh. That was Wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Can't. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? Oh, well, that's certainly direct. You know you can't. At least not yet. Not yet. Hello? Girl? Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Gage, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Oh god, what do you mean? Are there quick time answers? Oh no. This is a timed quiz and will be very important later. Oh no. Don't do this to me. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. What the fuck? I don't... How attractive would you say you are? What the fuck? No. I've never thought of myself as attractive. Whoa, watch it. That's bullshit. You're beautiful. You hear me? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? What? If I could have any superpower? Strength, I guess. Super strength would be cool. Strength isn't all about muscles. True strength is up here. You expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps one of his bulging shoulders. It's specifically in these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves. What the fuck? What was your best subject in school? None of these. So I'll go with skipping class. You could say I majored in skipping class. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What the fuck? What's your favorite animal? Cat, dog. I don't even know what that is. What the fuck is that? Cat. Definitely a cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What? I never got the impression that Spirit was a goth girl. Was she? I don't fucking remember. It's been so long since I read her lore, and since her tome came out. I don't fucking remember. Was she goth? Anybody remember if she was goth? I don't fucking remember. I know she got bullied, and like her home life was shit. But was she goth? What's your favorite color? What are these choices? Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. That's so fucking emo of you, my guy. What the fuck? What's your dream job? Not working at all, bro. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? Takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spend laziness in some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. What the fuck is the third answer? My favorite flavor is pain. Of course it is. Why am I not surprised by that answer? Same. Don't say same. Mine is vanilla. Swirled with pain. What does that mean? I think mint chip is the weirdest flavor I ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me, I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we get too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Concern? What the fuck do you mean by that? Am I going to die? Hey, what? Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Chocolate. The best flavor is chocolate. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. What the fuck? You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me what's the best flavor of ice cream. Okay, but why are you threatening me? Chocolate. If it, in case it wasn't clear, who's in charge here? It's me. You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime. Oh. That's amazing. That's really good. Let's try again. Okay. What's happening? Is it gonna, like, jump me forward? Oh. We're back here again? Okay, well, we're just gonna click through all this. Not at all. Oh, we're just gonna click the same fucking answers as last time. Wee. Ugh. Okay, Menchip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Damn, bro. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? And based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Okay, but like, why do I like Spirit? Like, hot damn, bro. Is she right, though? Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. I am so concerned, but holy damn. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. What the fuck is happening? Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. I mean, damn, Wraith, shit. What about hanging out by the pool? Find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't make me make choices. Chat, I don't... Like, Trapper's idea sucks. Personally don't like volleyball. But Huntress is a lot. I don't really like pools either. Chilling sounds nice though. Let's go chill. How about the yacht? Oh damn it, I clicked wrong. Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. At least I hope you do. Guess we'll find out. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day, regardless. Hold on. Claudette? What? Hello? For just one moment. Dwight? This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. Fucking. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that's starting to give me the creeps. We'll now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. Most you can do is help us get off this island. Dwight. Yes, pardon me. Follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of Hilo has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out, very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Which one is just sitting there? 'Cause I don't want to do that. And that's obviously volleyball. So is it this one? Yes, I chose correctly the second time. Let's go. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. Jesus, fucking English is hard. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on the island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Here's what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So what'll you be having? I'm really stupid. I don't know what any of these words mean. Chat, help. What do these words mean? I know this one means no alcohol. And I know that's a scotch with ice. And I don't know what that is. And I'm assuming that's vodka and a soda. But I don't know. I don't know anything. Chat, do you know anything about drinks? And which one I should choose? Because I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with this, because that seems... vodka soda. Coming right up. Really takes me back home, you know. Vodka is a very special drink to me. Warms the blood on a cold night in the woods. On occasion, I would, how do you say, bump into the occasional soldier while hiking across the motherland. They always had a nip of vodka tucked away in a special little silver package in a special little hidden pocket. But no one hides from me. A bit basic to be drinking vodka on a tropical island, no? And you're mixing with soda? Really? Being passionate about being passionless is so last year. It's also my thing, and you're making it look bad. That's 2 strikes. Oh, Jesus. Does that mean that I can't get with her if I, like... Okay, so we chose the same thing. But, like, does that mean I can't get Spirit if she doesn't like me? If I'm being too... whatever it is she's accusing me of being? Because so far, I like her the best. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of... Chat, how do you say that word? How do you say this word right here? F-A-U-X. How do you say that? I don't know how to say that. Like, I know what it is, but, like, I don't know how to pronounce it. Like, fake enthusiastic community building crap. I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Why do I feel like she's projecting? Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction, or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine. Based on that response, they were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Gage, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. And it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also, those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? Man. This is a tough choice. Like, I mean, I've read a lot of great modern horror, obviously, but older horror? See, I think the only one I've actually read of these is Jekyll and Hyde. And I don't even think that was, like, the original. I think that was just, like, something based off of it. Or, like, only, like, a section. Like, I mean, I know the stories of Dracula and Frankenstein, of course. Who doesn't at this point in time? But I don't think I've ever actually read them. There was one based off of Frankenstein that I was about to read, but I hated the narrator. So I was like, nah, fuck this. And immediately returned it, because the narrator did not have a nice voice. Or at least a voice that I was, like, ready to listen to for several hours. I think I'll go with Frankenstein, though. I didn't actually read it, but I've seen, like, 3 movie versions of Frankenstein. They've all been pretty good. Are you shitting me? You know, you can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Oh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge but finding only death? Yeah, been there. I can't say that my experience have been as successful, but, well, fingers crossed. And fire? Don't even get me started. Experiments? Crap. Not again, I swear. Every excuse you give him, it's this talk about... Shut up. Did you just tell me to shut up? Sorry. Take it from me. This one likes to think he's a scientist, but he's actually the monster. Can't I be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but it sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Girl, why are you posed like that? Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air. A devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Bitches. fuck? She wants to fucking play spin the bottle. What the fuck? Great idea. Trickster, hello? Hello? I didn't know he was in this. Hello? I mean, I don't like him, but hello? Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking, but I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who is this new fan in the waiting? I might understand people's fascination with this guy now. I might understand. I might get it. Beat it, hack. I don't know, what's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. What? I've got much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye, real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted for adults. What the fuck? Gaze your up. Oh no, you grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate into the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Okay. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? I don't want to play spin the bottle. What the fuck? Okay, chat. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. I I can't. Oh god, do I actually try to get it to stop where I want it to? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, tits. You got Wraith. You two are meant to be. Psych. You have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First, to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Oh god. You want Huntress? I understand. Damn, I got Wraith twice. You got Wraith. Oh, Trapper. Oh, I got Huntress once. Huntress twice. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, we got Trapper twice. Damn, I haven't got Spirit once. Oh, I suck at this. Damn, we're gonna kiss Trapper. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Trapper is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Trapper, lust in his eyes, sweat glistening on his skin. Those are some words I just said out loud. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Trapper takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. Bro, what are these fucking butterflies in the background? He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. I can't, dude. I fucking can't. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Trapper, we. Save it. It's not happening. Don't cry. I know to get this close to a living god and then feel the sting of his rejection. It must hurt bad. I can't. But don't take it personally. Well, do. But use it to make yourself stronger. It's not because I don't want to. It's because you haven't earned it yet. You might. Later. For now, it can't be that easy. Sure, maybe with one of the others, they're weak, sad, lonely. Not me. I don't need this. It's mine to give or to withhold. You really dodged a bullet. This means you'll have a chance to present yourself in a bit more flattering of a light later. Assuming you survive. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I think you're cute. I would make out with you so hard your heart would cave in if I wanted to. And I do, but I still won't. Bro. I fucking can't. This shit's fucking ridiculous. Tell anyone I told you this and you die. They die, and then I have you all revived and kill you again. If anyone asks, I was the best you ever had, which I might just be another time. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away. We must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. What? Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. No one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expectedster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Gage. Real good. Fucking can't. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the end with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone's seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal is prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat, seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Gage, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you follow what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow. He's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obviously. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Vazarov. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey Gage, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Fucking Felix? Bro, what the fuck? Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they'll take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top, pointer. At the bottom, the target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you'll lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. This is hard. Away we go. Slice. Perfect. Oh, I suck. Not bad. Damn. Fuck, I suck. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell, I mean. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Gage. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Fucking can't. Oh my god. She's the best. She's the best. Yes. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seagull. Wow, you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect? Yeah, she's right, Gage. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull... Oh, he just made a lot of good points, I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that, or someone poisoned you. No way, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Who are we giving vodka? Spirit? Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague. Mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. What do you mean by that? You wake up to find Trapper holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. He had me worried there, passing out like that. Thought maybe you died. That would have been terrible. Nobody dies on this island without me killing them. You hear that? Nobody. Thanks, I guess? Why is he posing like that? Don't mention it, I mean that. Don't mention it. Someone might think I care for you. That can't happen. I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm starting to understand, I think. When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of the table. If it were me, the table would have been the one to crack open. I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figured a little ocean air might help wake you up, and I brought you down by the water. That's really thoughtful of you. What? A magnificently muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonis can't also be thoughtful? Bro. Yeah? Party? I don't answer because it's obvious. Adonis was a pussy. Killed by a boar. Get out of here with that garbage. I do find myself in an unusual position, though. Despite the overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet, so I'm here to talk to you like a regular human person. And right now I'm worried that I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating, but I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me or how I feel about you. Hello? What's happening? Is Trapper, fucking coming on to me? I don't know how I feel about that. So I'll just put it out there. I might possibly like you. I can't say that about everyone, or really anyone else on this island. There's something different about you. You aren't like the others. Henceforth, I think it's time I shared something with you that I haven't shared with anyone in a long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I think you're ready for it. You watch as Trapper reaches into his singlet and pulls out some sort of rolled up scroll of paper. He grips it firmly in his hand. It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know this, but I love to draw. The arts have always been a passion of mine. Would you like to see it? Yes? Yes, I'd love to. I'm so excited you're ready to share this with me. Because I feel like if I said no, he might, punch me to death. Trapper doesn't unroll the paper and show it to you. He simply stares at you and watches your smile soften and fade. And the longer he stares at you, the closer he seems to get. What an interesting response. Thanks, I hope. Trapper looks at you, a piercing look even through his mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why. Then he turns and leaves. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick, no, I was. No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go. What? I think I just lost points with Trapper because I said I wanted to see his shit. I really don't fucking know what's happening, though. I have no fucking idea. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Gage, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Who do I want to tell a story? I want Spirit to tell a story. I choose you, Spirit. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing even to me, and I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down. And Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hada, celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away, but how could anyone resist wanting to know more? I'm sorry I didn't choose the bunny. For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered, built on site, in such a busy area? How could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me, cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make any sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hada comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on, with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hada. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story. Okay. Looking through that narrowest of passageways, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise, asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone. Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she never had felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do, and pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into this strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back, yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hada and the box, breaking his silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hada gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddle of rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hada had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire, up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale, so sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. The game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. I could totally... Cool story, bro. Or I can give her a hug, or I can stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. That sounds like a bad idea. I feel like I should hug her. Like, that sounds like the best idea, but, like... Okay, I'll go for it. You stand, and without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement, and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Oh, what's up? How's your evening going? As you can see, we're playing Hooked on You, the DBD dating sim. I have no idea what's happening, honestly. It's a lot so far. Hey baby, look lonely. Mind if I join you? God. And now I'm back to wanting to punch him in the face. He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. Barf. No one can give you what I can. Yeah, I'm starting to... Yeah, that dislike of him is definitely back. You just have to find me. Come find me. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around. I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. That sounds awkward as hell, bro. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit. You learn something new every day, even when you're a god, a narrator. What? You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Hello? Dipping in hot tubs with the spirit? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Hello? You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temp for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. I just want to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, so was the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips are blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge? Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins, or well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is that, and I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. That's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Yes? Question mark. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool. Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're going to get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you, if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is, the damn it got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a freshly clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd come out all of the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Wow. This has been a lot. Head over to the campfire. The heat's comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life, or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by a firelight. I must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready? Ready? What am I fucking ready for? Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. What? Let's see what's on the station. Yeah? No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? I feel like I want to go with Spirit again because, I mean, Spirit, you know? Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. A comb? Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. If it's the last thing I do. Finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now, you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even an amnesiac video game protagonist. And guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get it to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through your pockets. Hello? Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the Spirit before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but, well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. While I've got you, you should really consider spending some more time with me. I'm not scary. You say as you're literally holding a bloody axe. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know, not in a creepy way. Huntress paused for a long moment. All right, in a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. If you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to the special place I found. It's all mine. None of the killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. What? What is happening, but also, what is this fucking picture right now? That all sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Sure. Huntress places a gigantic head on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone for real this time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. I feel like she's took the fucking comb. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to camera. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end up in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh, I do, okay, attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill and Trapper. Where do I even begin? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much. Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't. If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time, before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living, for now. One false step and... well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the I don't know what that word is, guy. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe. Okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. This game is a lot. I don't know how long it is, but so far this is a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dying a little, but just a little though. Give me one sec. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. And talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. The fuck? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting. Also, I am just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. But at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. Well, go piss, girl. Come on. Ugh, you can do it. I believe in you. Unless you have no one to cover you at work, I guess. Then that would kind of suck. But hopefully you can go piss. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Trust me, I'm looking out for you, so can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did it possibly... that word. Possibly unreliable narrator. Physically just knock that coffee out of your hand. This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fuck do you mean, no me? You, the one that said you had to piss? Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of a creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. Are you trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Water? No, I have energy drink. Have you had any water? Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course, apologies. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here? Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's no option. What an encouraging response. We're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Gage isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. Zero chance. They're still clicking, even right now, to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that. Yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter, though, Gage. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun. Did you hear us? We're all having fun. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign rights away to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Yeah, whatever. Still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. It's a place to leave. That is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing: breakfast. Perfect timing. Everybody rolls into the dining area to lard up those with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach buds. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries, a yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection. No Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I'll be honest, I didn't expect you to survive yesterday, so congrats, I guess. Whether you survive today is 50-50 at best. Good luck. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now, Hunter steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. That surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did, or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familial revenge thing. And last night was no different. So in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Perfect, there he is. Oh, hey, that was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, not, like, too much fun. That would be weird, but, like, a good amount of fun. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep him wanting more. Getting good at this game. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing me? Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. It's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these four refined killers. But it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there a little. What? I know this is absolutely fucking stupid as. I know it's not what it sounds like. They wouldn't. That it's intentionally like that. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. Yeah, fucking. Oh my god. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear. Oh wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here, and I could hear you. Well, know what? What do you think we were doing? I don't know what you were doing, but it sounded like fun. You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun. Oops. We get 5 minutes for ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. We've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. I noted all our entry rooms, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Gage. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's Trickster. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think punching him in the face is still, like, my favorite option. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. I said about some forced kind of check-in with the group. I don't like it. Fishy, kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Dying. One sec. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? God, I really want to punch him in the face. Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I can give you a private show. Gross. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, not threatening, but adorable, makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything, and we're not just friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy's gone, and we've got some ground rules established, that we're definitely gonna abide by. Time to lay back, take deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way that I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them all, and I'll get my father too, and I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air. She threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary, and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I'd suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Huntress interjects. I guess you could go off with Spirit today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't here on this island vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. We might have something, though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off to her goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know her secret spot. I see everything through the holes in this adorable mask. So my offer stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room at my cabin. Wink, wink. It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. I mean, I was gonna go with Spirit. I mean, because obviously I think that's the route I want to take, but Huntress is a lot. She's a lot. But Spirit. And I know, chat, you've been like Bunny and like, yes, but Spirit. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, the silence has really got me tilted. So who will it be? Oh no. I mean, you ain't wrong, Sprite. Same. But, I mean, obviously, you've seen my taste. But personality-wise, Spirit is... yes. You know? Like, for aesthetic purposes, Huntress. But for personality purposes, Spirit. So I'm gonna go with Spirit. I gotta go with Spirit. You've made the correct decision, but know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course you still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form, you feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. That you have. Yeah, you know my type. Yeah, I think you've met almost every person. I think there's only like what? No? No, I think you've met everybody. Well, there's one person I don't know if you met. Because that was like brief. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. I mean, I like it. I mean, I wouldn't go there because it's the ocean, but, you know, I like it. You look her up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. Yeah, only. And, I mean, there was like, what? One question mark? Two? Before we met? So, like, yeah, you know everybody. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star. Damn, now that's dark. You're confident that Spirit will vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction, not the type with spaceships and lasers anyhow. She's much more into the type of strange adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth, is that where we are? You wonder. The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Okay, enjoy. Don't, fall in or anything. Try not to get too distracted by your phone. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly, she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get in a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Thanks? Thanks, I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem, I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. You need any help reaching those difficult spots? Bro. Hello? Hello? You see a hand float around your back. I don't know how to answer that. Fuck it, let's go. Sure, why not? Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch as Spirit applies sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. I feel like asking about that would be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you don't mind, what's the deal with all those shards of glass sticking out from all over? You really want to know? You're not creeped out by them? You're not creeped out, just nervous because you know the answer might be very personal, but she's a person you want to get to know. I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends, eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all of these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me. It's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was. I'm sure of it. I appreciate that, Gage. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love. This world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted into these vengeful poses, it really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on it. I can't fucking breathe. Ready? Oh god, oh no! Oh no! Not this part! I suck. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. I missed. Oh no. Oh, it's lagging. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck me, I suck. Oh god, why is it doing that? Oh god. Well, I suppose that the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there is a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and bursts of black light that rescue you from this awkward silence. The fuck? Hello? Oh. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing with death, the spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens toward the shore, before crashing on the rocks that must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh right, it does that sometimes too. Should we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were. You're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith. He has emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washed up on shore that one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island or something. Pretty sure I figured out the basics anyhow. If you come with me, you can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way, you'll see. Out alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how that whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. Oh, Jesus. Hello? For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Oh my god. When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't at all what was promised. Wait a minute, there's no announcement here. But there is a me. You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. You see, lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map back in my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You've got a secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? I said I've got, sap in my secret hair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess at the first knife day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. Like I keep trying to tell you, it's this dang island. I've come to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here, well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing your little bell. So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight, even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks. Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking, and we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about. This sure sounds like some video game community forum thread, if there ever was such a thing. Not that you know anything about that either. It sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose... I mean, come on, bro. Who do you think? Fucking Spirit. When it comes down to it, neither of these two seems easy to love. I mean, damn. Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it is my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day. No wonder you're so skinny. All that second-guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. No offense taken. It's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm going to stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith, too. Spirit walks you around a corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey, a cherry tree. It's just a small sapling, but it's begun to sprout flowers. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place, but it also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. As Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some petals off, and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical, they're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, our fragile mortality. In a way, it's a specter of looming death that calls attention to the special moment, to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel? The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of a flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next. As you explain, Spirit's face begins to look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope to cycle back, no rebirth, her moment of blossoming life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part, that's Spirit's eternity. I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossoms represented the souls of samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me and my noble bloodline, my life is ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed here by someone. You watch, a spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time we've got a really good reason. It has nothing to do with being manipulated by an unseen force. That's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. I'm just here to tell you it's time for dinner. Guess it's time to go, or whatever. Thanks for spending time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too. What a fun day. You can see it ripping all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secret. Enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we clam them all on screen at the same time again. So believe me, they're here. They're just sexy and demented, as you remember. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I am as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Ray seems like the biggest longship to end up holding on to your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. I'm sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare, so tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something, the green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo is gross. I'm fine with just lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg, though. It has no nutritional value. Letting Wraith choose was a mistake. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and that could affect your standing with the group. Don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. I'm gonna be... I don't know. Do I want to be gay as fuck? Or do I want to, be like, tee Quick chat, choose. Do I want to be gay or do I want to be, tee nice noise. Gay as fuck, got you. I wish you could all get to meet the real Spirit. She has a beautiful soft side, and you'd all get to see it if you were a bit nicer. Spirit looks totally horrified. I promise she doesn't want people paying her any more attention. She's just trying to do her own thing and not fit into this killer club. Seriously, did you listen to a single thing I said today? It seems clear to me that you did not. Oh, no one trusts anyone now. They're all very tired. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, almost everything here we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Tensions are rising both of the deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank them, I guess. In fact, here, for us, just for doing our jobs, thank you kindly. Something that will change everything? Go willingly or unwillingly, you have no choice. Did you have a choice in how you said that? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it, the fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. Yeah, me neither. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they got a stunningly creative mind. Are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Nothing almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool, and now everyone is looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? No one knows what that thing can do. Probably shoot lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire, or if it's your nerves. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here, and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Gage was about to make an important decision about telling a story. Yeah, I want to tell a story. Sure, I'm game. I hope it's a mystery. What type of story do you want to tell? Chat, quick, what type of story do I want to tell? Romance, adventure, action? Action? Got you. Here's an action-packed yarn for you lot. The time I got into a bar fight. The group is interested. They lean in. I'm all ears, and I'm talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. Crack open a beer by smashing the little bottle cap off while the nearest rock before starting. Powering up my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table. Slay is good. Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. Bartender's tip jars filled. Pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. The patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly I hear the telltale revving of engines outside. Motorcycles. Saloon doors swing open. Wait, it's a saloon now. And in walks Big Slim, the giant of North Toledo. Thought I smelled something from Akron when I hopped off the hog. I get up from my stool, gal behind me rubbing my shoulder, driving me up for the inevitable fight. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to sell them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight? This story has a lot of specific geographic references, and I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like that? Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting off you in traffic, but it was a misunderstanding. Well, then let's hug it out. And we made up. What about the bar fight? Oh yeah, we got in a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off, but it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. I gave up headlining at Coachella for this. Spirit laughs hysterically, probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh you're ready to accept. That was a kind of story, technically. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So, who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? Trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Okay, chat, help me again. Who do we want to tell a story? I feel like we should listen to Huntress say something. Because we listened to Spirit last night, so I feel like Huntress should get her chance to shine. Excuse me. Okay. Any thoughts, chat? No thoughts? Head empty? Me too. Let's go with Huntress. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Mother once told me a story of a young man who was traveling back home after the war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I just wanted some backstory details to paint a picture. I'll paint you a picture if you want. The man was lost and running out of food rations. He stopped to rest for the night underneath a majestic birch tree. That's when he saw the women, naked, skin glistening in the twilight glow. Oh, hot. Infested. They sang a haunting melody as they made their way downhill towards the inviting lake. Enchanted by the music, the young man followed the parade of beautiful women until they stopped in a clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. One woman with long red hair stepped forward and reached for his hand. The others began to play music, flutes, lutes, tambourines. The melody was intoxicating. The man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by the magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened into night, and the man grew weary, but when he tried to still his moving feet, he found he couldn't. "Help, I can't stop dancing," he cried to the nearest woman, a slender woman with green hair. She drew near to him, and he saw her features distort into something horrific. She was bloated, an eye hanging from one socket, skin the color of algae. A rusalka. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Her true self. "You'll never stop dancing," she screeched at him. "My sisters and I were drowned in this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment." The man cried out, "But it wasn't me. Someone must pay." Her voice filled with briny malice. And so the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out, the dance of death. Silent beat as everyone takes in this macabre ending, yeah. But it's not all bad. Rusalkas are also fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb and probably some candy for the road. Damn, does she really think that's a happy ending? I want what Huntress is having. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. So I'm much more a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off of any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Gage, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. I'm gonna need you to such a yap trap. You know what? We need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while roasting that ghost with some killer hot tea? I can't breathe. Please, enough talk of burns, things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities had to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, Gage is after. They should obviously join me. If you've seen these legs, pure power. I should go with Spirit because I want whatever the hell her ending is, but Huntress makes a nice point. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slow for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corpse can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, some special projects we might have going. You heard him, who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening activity? Okay, chat. Do I choose Spirit again? Because I've pretty firmly chosen Spirit for this run, or do I want to go with Huntress because, damn. man. This is intense. I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder's Island comes to a close. I know I'm not satisfied with that name either. With this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, you're set back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. So true. I hate him too. I feel like I have to go with Spirit because she's the best. Spirit? Oh, you picked me. Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectation, grind my teeth, imagine sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me, so don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task, not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time in my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. That's fair, yeah. Well, I don't drink, so not me. You really don't drink ever? Is that like because it will just fall out a hole in your stomach thing? Or I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison of the body and the mind. And I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. Why did you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of day just needs to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these. Dwight, no, that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stem using only your tongue. Well, who ordered the soda with splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed by your father, on whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right, well, so be it. How about you, Gage? Do you drink? I'm not going to drink. I've got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm going to pass on the alcohol. Here. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through it. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its little fruity guts flop out onto Spirit's lap. Oopsie. One of the upsides of wearing black, it hardly shows any stains. No take-backsies. Yo, chat, what the fuck are these options? Yeah, I know, right? What the hell is a dark and stormy? I know Bloody Mary means, like, tomato juice. I don't know what the hell zombie means, and fancy beer just sounds like ass. So. Zombie? Okay. A zombie sounds pretty fun, right? Is that some kind of sick joke? Oh my god. Bruh, you keep making her hate me. Stop. Oh, no, sorry, you didn't think I meant you, did I? I would never, it's not an undead insult, it's some kind of kooky retro cocktail. It has a bunch of ingredients and a signature look. I thought we could make one. And the best part, they're served out of an empty skull. An empty skull-shaped glass, not a literal skull. We don't have any of those on hand to pour drinks in, and even if we did, yuck. Okay, you've got my attention. So what's in one of these? You do actually know, right? And you promise it's a good drink? It's definitely not a joke about my semi-undead state. Yes, of course I know. Don't worry. We've got plenty of ingredients at our disposal. Why don't you show us? You're gonna do it live? She's gonna be so impressed by your mixology knowledge. You got this. We're going non-alcoholic. So first we'll start with a substitute for the... Oh god, what? What? I don't fucking know. Shit, chat, what the fuck is it, a zombie? What the fuck is a zombie? I know what a zombie is, but what the fuck is a zombie drink? It's made with a lot of rum? Okay, okay, you better fucking be sure, dude. You better fucking be sure. I've got rum extracts. It can be mixed with a little apple juice. Then we'll toss in some... What else? What the fuck else do you make it with? Dude, what else do you fucking make this shit with? Bruh. Chat, help. Chat, help. How else do you make a fucking zombie? I don't even know what this is. Is this an... I mean... We're making a non-alcoholic beverage. Okay. I'm trusting you. You better fucking be right, bro. Not too sour, not too sweet. A tropical vibe, courtesy of some... What? Ew. I don't even know what that first word is. Like, what is that? What is that? I can't even falernum? What? What is that? What the fuck is that? Chat, please. What else do you use in a fucking zombie? That one? Really? The weird word? Okay, I'm trusting you. You better be right. I'm more of a horchata gal, but that is the more traditional recipe. The refreshing sweetness of, oh god, what? What? I feel like it's pineapple juice, but I don't fucking know. What the hell is this? What is this? Chat, please. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. I'm so lost right now. I'm so fucking lost. Pineapple juice? Okay, that's what I thought. It's hard to find a finer juice than pineapple. And for a blood red tint, a splash of literal blood, obviously. I'm willing to bet it's grenadine, though. Because grenadine's red, isn't it? Because I would assume you wouldn't... Yeah, I would assume you wouldn't put fucking cherry cough syrup in it. I mean, that would be hilarious, but... You toss in the final ingredient, plus a few drops from some other random bottles for no reason beyond the fact that they look cool, and mix it all up in a shaker just like in that movie you never saw because we can't mention another single intellectual property that we don't have a proper license for. I must say, it's delicious. I don't really care for these complicated drinks, but I appreciate all the energy you put into making it. Thanks, chat. Look at you. I didn't know you had it in you. It was nothing. Now, can I just get some ginger ale? Don't take it too personally. I plan on drinking the rest after you two leave, before you get a chance to try your own creation. The sound of thunder from an approaching storm echoes from over the ocean. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach, and it immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like the only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oh, it feels like we've been here a lot longer than that. It's so late, the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. Eh? That sounds fucking disgusting. Thank you for sending me that. But that sounds fucking disgusting and awful. And that's just another reason why I don't drink. Of course you would. Really? I've heard of rum. Like, obviously, who hasn't heard of rum? But I don't think I've ever drank any. I mean, you know what I did when I did drink. I was very basic and boring and not fancy at all. So late, the sun's already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that... I don't recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual nerdom. Good thing you've really used your time well. Really getting to know him, the brain, the mogular, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl, you know, the 4 types of people. Yes, because those taste good. They don't burn much. Anyway, everyone's gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Gage chooses. Oh, God. Oh, no. This sounds awful. How around are we talking? Not to eat 100. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Wraith, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate that. Sorry, anyway, Wraith. Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer just to tell Gage privately. I don't know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Gage? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell, and then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special, the kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Waith nods, proud. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start prepping. Because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Hit us, spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God. Die and be reborn anew. Hello? What do you mean by that? That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang the spirit. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society within the narrative of this in-world event and also the larger meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why yes, thank you, I'd love to. So Gage, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. I'm gonna have to replay this and go through his route. Like he's a total fucking like meathead, like Huntress said. But I need to know. You know, I need to know. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much: I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it, and if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Now, go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Did you two forget? How could we forget? But before you run off to slumber, there's one more thing. No reality survival dating comp. Parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time. I'm just now finding out. Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island, and it's now time to eliminate one of the killers. What? Oof, it's like butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer. Can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be, but why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. If you get rid of Wraith, he might cry, although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start to see her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. Which sociopath are you eliminating? What? What? I'm gonna eliminate Wraith because I really don't like him. Look. And I'm not really getting positive reinforcement from you, Wraith. Please don't take this personally. It's just my opinion of you and who you are and what you're about deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Like, give me something, kiss a wink, hold my hand, finish telling me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Better yet, don't. Wraith rises, taller than you've ever seen him, and calmly walks to the exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When you came here, I thought perhaps you would be different. I don't know how my last bit of hope in humanity hadn't been snuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You're just like the rest of them. There is no hope of goodness here. The only thing I can do is try to escape, or burn everything and everyone to the ground. He leaves. Pretty badass exit. Was not expecting that. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind, because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Gage when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our limited players home with... I'm fucking dying. Their own, mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. How do you know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. Claudette approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Gage. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt, I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. It's a lightly used pillow, because that matters. Oh my god. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination. I didn't know it was that kind of a game. Just check in with everyone, especially you. I thought a loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow. I suppose I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is skewered by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over in that tree, and I'm feeling peckish. I know I said some things when Gage kicked me to the curb, and I just want to say I'm embarrassed for how I acted. Not what I said, though. I stand by it. I want everyone here to burn. How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Gage's goal is to impress me, things are going poorly. But if Gage's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job. Did I think there was a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah. What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm on my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, I kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. Definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs all over on IP Island. My dude, you gotta come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them, don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established character from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention my ghost. Don't you say it, look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Gage, you too, narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes, seriously. They do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? Well, what's a chair? It's the thing. You're getting all wet. Now it's going to smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, let's get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. Oh, it's okay. Never mind. What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days and wanted to sit down. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that? You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased. Got something to confess. You ate glue in 2nd grade. You cheated on an algebra test. Watching Race get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, these sweet, sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity, the unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, that was a weird way to end. Well, what are you going to do? Let the camera roll long enough, someone's bound to say something crazy. Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so we'll hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. Oh my god. This is a lot. Oh my god. Stretching. Oh jeez. Almost fucking fell out of my chair. Because I'm talented. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go on that hunter state. You really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. Pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that look on their faces excitement, terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or even infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by TG torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-assed cameos. And choose Agent out. Before they walk over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us. Can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason. Surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your most primal impulses, murder and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect, so don't tell me so, but don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? They look around. Well, I've never seen Spirit open up to anyone like she has opened up to you. I've seen her open up the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and for us, that's a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from the sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll. No, you don't, but who cares? Gage, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? No, not that flower thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right, I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. I hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that, too? Just me? Sorry, got other things to worry about. Gage, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Well, I feel like I have to go with Spirit, and, like, she is literally, like, who I've spent all of the time with, so... You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat and into her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level, and we shall. Up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. Oh? It's time to see what you're made of, Gage. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Are you gonna, like... concern? I thought it might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's yacht before we head up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit at least. There's more to me than what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair, this wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, I know what happened to your father. Yeah, he murdered me and I woke as an undead Avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of the time, when you think about ghosts, they're these kind of see-through, flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go through them. Ooh, like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you, I don't know. Depends on what movie you're watching, but when I died, well, I dare you to try and reach your hand through me. Not really, that's not an invitation, it's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I've got my ideas. But I'm not exactly out there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are or where you came from, and rather than freak out and simply try and swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage or an open mind, or I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here. Maybe. While the two of you were getting all deep and philosophically flirty, the yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everybody off. There were other stops. Oh no, not of this trip. Of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leads to the shore. I'm just messing with you. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for our fun, so we have to make it for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds lazily circles lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today, see? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey y'all, how's everyone doing today? Certainly seems to be taking the whole elimination thing well, or maybe this is the opposite of that. Better not to bring it up at all, and just hope he doesn't completely melt down. Hi Wraith, you seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange, something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air that has ever been sucked. Gage, thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. Glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like you said, we're in the middle of something. You mind? Oh, right. So what you doing? Heading up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island up there. In fact, it's weird. I thought you said no one's been up there and lived to tell about it, but this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he's not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. Hey now, we can solve our problems without our hair floating up into any menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away, enjoy the view. I think Wraith was kidding about that whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean, and on account of it being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point. Regarding your how do I say it, Spirit's hand floats up as she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of this world, if not further. Well, duh. You saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to just crumble at the rocks beneath this spooky tower. But you decide not to point it out, because that wouldn't be too romantic, now would it? I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess I don't know. If you come up with me into the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something. I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit, right here and now, to figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off for another time. Just be friends. Ouch. Is this her way of letting you down easy? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. I feel like we've come too far to just be like, no, I want to live. Let's go up, maybe die. You take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it. Spirit smiles a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. That was really gay. Inside the lighthouse is almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see as the final rays of sun leave you is a horrible sight. A petrified body laying on the stairs. reaching not up but down as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love. Oh, shit. Look at this. This looks fucking sick as hell. When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the black lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room, as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it was just morning a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out over the ocean all day. I've really enjoyed the peaceful time with you, taking in the view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just called it the perfect date. You can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it. It's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead. Or you're already dead and have been this whole time. That's true. Maybe we'll never know? It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light has a power to it. Eh? Hey, Maj, you want to take care of that for me? Thank you. The massive lens refracts moonlight through itself, a subtle sparkle that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong. This is really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Anyhow, it's time to go. Here, just let me flip the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. Stairs still look pretty dark, maybe it. Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum, and then it becomes frighteningly clear to you. That switch wasn't for the stairs, it was for the main lantern, a lantern that is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Oopsie, looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now we see who is really alive, and who is really dead, I suppose. It was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but, well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me, and I'll keep you safe. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Perfect. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Minigames. My mortal enemy. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, God. I'm so bad at this. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fucking tits, bro. Oh, no. Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave, maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you'd put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist the incredible force of energy from the black lighthouse's lantern eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. How are things? Shut up, I know I'm ass. Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. It will. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. Bro. Is this the fucking mine? Like, fucking Evan's mine? It has to be, doesn't it? It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it is you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought that you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today I saw what love looks like, and it looks a whole lot different than this. What? I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah? Fine, nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't you say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillan, and there's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. What the fuck? What? Bro. were slow. And oh my fucking god, bro. I didn't see this fucking coming. This is a lot. Rin, Trapper turns from spirit and looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think that your shouting woke up Gage. My shouting? Should I say something or should I stay quiet? I'll just stay quiet. In an attempt to be as quiet as possible, you hold your breath and freeze in place. Sorry we woke you up, Gage. After what happened, you'd probably be better off sleeping for a bit longer. Things just got out of hand. How'd you know? You were talking in your sleep basically nonstop until you woke up and then got quiet. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't speak Dutch. Eh? Eh? Yeah, see, there you go again. Jig is, as they say, up. They know you're awake now, and you're gonna have to deal with this awkward situation. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. You two are having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. We, you and Trapper, but after the lighthouse light came on, you blacked out. On our way down, I thought you might have hit your head on something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, and so I asked Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it. You know, I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight, but I don't trust them. But you trust Trapper. Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right. But you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking Island Mystery is my favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me. I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him. Oh, geez, I can see when I'm not wanted. So you three, a throuple now, or... Because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole Trapper spirit thing, but hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it. We were not a thing. Nobody traps a Trapper, not with traps or with relationships. And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down the way, you'll find. Get out. Wraith looks around just to be doubly sure that Trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. This island is a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. After a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me, and it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we were more than friends. I dispute the events as told. For the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So I hate to ask, but did I just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought? What were you good at? Well, for starters. Excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest. For revenge. Exactly. What you might not know, Trapper is like a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father from making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Iwan on his cappuccino knowing his name was actually Evan. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Gage. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all of that from, but okay. You held up a mirror to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they aren't everything about me, that I can embrace those things but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and... Bruh. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly, if only Trapper's better features has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass, because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-assed dating show parody thing, at first I obviously thought it was a lame idea. Kind of moron thought there was an audience for this. But then we spent some time together and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Gage, While you were knocked unconscious by some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you'll have to get through me first. By passing Trapper's Test, coming to BHVR TV Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murderous father, which she only lets her real friends call her. Oh god, I don't remember. Shit. Oh no. I'm pretty sure it's this because the Yamaoka estate. Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lives inside Spirit? What? A dragon. Sure, everyone knows that. They won't all be this easy. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl before she was hell-bent on revenge? She said a restaurant. I know to think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled with a help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's Spirit's favorite color? Has she ever said what her favorite fucking color was? Has she ever said? I don't think she's ever fucking said. But I still think it's fucking black, right? I don't know. I'm afraid to answer incorrectly. Purple? You think purple? If you're wrong, if you are fucking wrong, I'm gonna throw you. I hope you're aware. You motherfucker. This is one that anyone should have been able to guess. Lack of intuition is appalling. You know what happens when you catch him wrong on Trapper's Test? Shanks for playing. If death wasn't bad enough, the last words you hear before Trapper's weapon splits your entire body in half in an extremely lame catchphrase. Oh. I mean, I got an achievement for dying. Rin. Dragon. Restaurant. What's your favorite color? I'm gonna go with black. Hell yeah. See, I fucking knew it was black, you motherfucker. I fucking knew it. Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped. Maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? Question 5, the final question. You got this. According to Spirit, what's worse than being dead? Oh no! Oh no! What did she say? I think she said not being seen for who you are. I don't know. I don't remember this one. Hell yeah! When I pitched Trapper's Test to the suits at BHVR TV, they told me there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as a final prize. So I killed them all. Right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, it sure did feel good. Telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's Test. Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder about being seen. Go figure. You probably guessed, but rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trapper out. I'm sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Eh? Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessary as it was, the whole thing. The waking up in a random tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and the stupid quiz, all of it, especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Please, call me Rin. Gay. It's so gay. It's really gay. Like Ren, oh my god. I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone up in the lantern room of the tower. Get your mind out of the gutter gauge. It's not that kind of game. What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told, no, wait, it is that kind of game. Just describe the... What? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I have a lot of concern. What is about to happen? I'm concerned. Come back up there with me? There's no place I'd rather be. Eh? You're excited to return to the lantern of this lighthouse, despite all of the drama and worry that was previously a part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be there with Spirit. Which makes it all the more crushing when you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. More than I can explain what's that even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow in a familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans, Dwight. Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will. Now. Please don't interrupt. You'd think after all this time you'd know that we've got your best interests in mind. Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that. I got wax in your ears, friend? I asked you not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. But before you can focus on them, the light passes, and the two survivors return to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Hey, watch your language. Shouldn't speak that way around your elders. Oh my god, the Oni? Hello? What the fuck? What's happening? Grandpa? My little Rin, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Gage, meet Grandpa Kazan Yamaoka. Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Rin since I watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expect you to say all the grades. It's a matter of honor and respect except for Ren. She can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel. But you only stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mon girl, you must treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be cleaning bits of your head off my kanabo. A kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine explained what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette, remember? We explained to you that you were going to come meet with your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give or withhold your approval. 5 greats. Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir. Your honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because if they summoned my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all of eternity to continue with the rest of the whatever this is. Show, game, experience? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my own power and magnitude can help. Self-important much? Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble and fear my presence call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper in not only the sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure you can or want to measure up to that? Dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you tried to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought, but now is not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad-dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant, I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. Oni waves his katana in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops. Not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always waiting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure is giving off serious old man yells at cloud vibes. You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. Didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much, if you ask me, but I didn't make the rules. The rulers did exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles at her great. Okay, I'm not saying all those every time. At Oni's forgetfulness, you wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so. Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list every activity available to a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't befit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying that I did that because I had honor and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. But clearly you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette, you fool. Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do what leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive demonical man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Rin, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch my kanabo. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together as a family. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Oh. Yes, sure. The whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Gage has a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, wrap this up? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he has ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Ren, now. Push them my way, and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. The lust for violence in your voice, it fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose if this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. And if Gage ever treats me poorly, you have my word. On our family's honor, I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this? And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it, but maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Ren. I will see you again soon. Now let's go, servants. Clint, Denise, return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to. Yes, sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. I'm sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seemed like a very special man. I realize I will never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry. I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's cave right now avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at a world changing around me, a lust for blood. That's no way to live, and yet, as you now know, that is the Yamaoka way of life. Forever, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside of me. Or at least, maybe I was until now. Call me the Dragon Team. That's so fucking stupid. Yes, ancestor-in-law. I can't fucking... You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Look on her face. I can't. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we've spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. Hello? Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Hello? And today on Things I Wasn't Ready For. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again, I mean, yeah, of course, last time was, well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there is anything wrong with feet, it's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. Oh, fuck. I can't breathe. Oh my god, okay. Okay, I'm good. Fuck, I suck. Why did she say yes like that? Don't say yes like that. Fuck, I suck. I am so bad at this. Fuck. I am so fucking... Oh my god, I suck at this. Fuck, I really suck at this. Damn. Fuck. How many times do I have to do this? I'm so bad at this. Oh my god. I'm gonna be stuck here forever because I can't fucking do it. Oh my god. Fuck. Damn it. Fuck me. Oh my god. Come on. Does it count? Oh, you son of a bitch. Bro. Son of a bitch. God. Oh, fucking god. I can't breathe. I'm deceased. Get up here right now. Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotioned hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Oh. Oh! Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow... come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. So this is what it feels like to fly. A Spirit pulls you close. You feel bits of glass press into your flesh. Oh. Oh. That certainly escalated quickly. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure the Spirit lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have been worth it. Clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself, exhausted, away from Spirit. Oh. A chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood. Sorry, I think this got stuck to me when I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertip over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. Well, you arrive at the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now is the time, Gage, to face your destiny. Actually, about that. Gage, can we talk privately? Maybe, not here. Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedule, Spirit. Very strongly, and you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Gage privately. It's not right to do it here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management on my father's mine, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, you think no, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Gage yet, so... Okay, fine, your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is very hard to read. A word of advice, though. If you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out, except for Gage. Did someone say final howls? That's that kind of my whole jam. I can stay, right? Especially you, out. Lame. Alone with spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful even than the lingering smell of that Cleaver body spray. Yeah. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. That's sweet. You're welcome, and you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by a desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. Can we just be friends? I don't know if... Before you finish that, just know, if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies and I will destroy you. Friends it is. Glad to have you here for me when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave. Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here. I'm not sure I'd use the word ends, and for that matter, I couldn't say that I'm leaving, but us, we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we never really belonged together anyhow. Good night, Gage. What the hell? I spent all this time on the asylum doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should just leave the chocolate factory through the side door? I don't know what that means anyway. I said good night, Gage. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Hey, why'd she keep saying she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. What the fuck? Oh. And so my precious killers live happily ever after it, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. While trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far, you should probably know that. But you'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye, Gage. See you again later, and again, and again, and again. Forever. What the fuck? So, what? Well, I would guess that the ocean is the entity. But I thought... Is there a way to get, like, a good ending with Spirit? Or is she just forever, like, arm's length? Or can you even get a good ending? Like, a different ending with everyone? Like, I don't know. Well, of course there are multiple endings. There are multiple people to, like, date or whatever. But still. Because it even said, like, oh, there's a secret ending with Trickster, which, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want him. Like, yeah, I see why he's hot or whatever, but, like, I want to punch him in the mouth. I don't know. It took, what, 3 hours to get this far? I don't really have... Can I skip this? No? We have to watch this? Okay. We have to watch the credits. Enjoy. I don't think I have time for a second playthrough. But that was fun. I enjoyed gunning for Spirit. I'll go for Huntress next time. I don't know if I'll play this again on stream. Maybe? Like, maybe? Maybe at some point. But... It was $1, and I was curious. And it was certainly interesting. It was a time. Oh, this is forever? Okay. But, yeah. Like, I definitely didn't see Trapper and fucking Spirit hooking up. Like, never in my wildest thoughts of Dead by Daylight did I consider them. But then, to be fair, I never really, like, considered shipping amongst the killers. Amongst the survivors, yeah, sure, but amongst the killers, I mean, I'm sure it exists because, you know, the internet, but it was never something that I looked into, ever. But, yeah, like, my chips are like, you know, I forget the fucking name of it now because it's been so long since I looked at that shit. But I ship fucking, David and Dwight and Quentin and David. A little bit of Joey and Frank. Oh, is that it? Oh, we're back at the title screen. Exciting. Can I load? Can I go? Oh, there are multiple pages. Cool. But yeah, I think that just takes you back to like the last thing. Because I didn't really. Can I look at anything? No? Can't look at anything? That's upsetting. But yeah, that was certainly a time. Did not like I don't really want to roam it to like go for a race, but I guess at some point I will. I'm just like the way he was written, he feels like he has potential, and he probably does, like, but I'm just not interested. I mean, like, I played through his tome when it came out on on actual Dead by Daylight, and so like his character is interesting, and whatever weird AU this is also interesting, but I need to romance to go for fucking Huntress next time. I have to. I mean, come on, look at her. Fucking look. I think I'll go for Wraith on my, like, what would that be? 4th playthrough? Yeah, because I did Spirit this time. Next time I want to do Huntress. And then I think I'd go for Trapper. Even though I really don't like him. I mean, he did have a couple of sweet moments in the early game. But for the most part, no thank you. I don't have time to go through another full run. So I think I'm just gonna end here. Because I don't have time to go through. Because it was 3 hours. Unless, even with skipping through the fucking mini games would kill me. And I'm sure there's like plenty of new content if I choose like, Huntress or whatever. Like I've only got like an hour and a half, maybe. And I need something to drink. Like I finished my drink and I have nothing. But as always, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. It was super fun. I enjoyed this game. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna play it again on stream. Well, no, I'll probably do one more run on stream eventually, at some point. Don't ask me about a schedule, because I still don't know. The most likely day is a Tuesday. Not to say that other days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, couldn't happen. But I think this is the one stream of the week. So, as always, thanks for watching. You could have chose to watch anybody, but you chose to watch me. Super stoked about it, honestly. As always, thanks for chilling. I hope you guys enjoyed this game and the stream. If you did, got a YouTube, got a Twitter, got a Blue Sky. Give me a follow. All that sort of thing, if you'd feel like it. My schedule is inconsistent, but I try to be entertaining, Later, y'all.